So let's talk about some of Genshin's seemingly most hated characters. Now, I'm not going to be doing this based off of how many people have this character or the amount of money made from this character's banner. I'm doing this solely based off of what I've seen within the community. Um, and what I see that seems to be the most hated characters, whether it's for a dumb reason or for a pretty valid reason. And these aren't going to be in like a chronological order either. I'm not doing most hated to least hated because with the way I'm judging this, that would pretty much be impossible. But let's get right into it. Now, coming in at number 1, I want to talk about Emilie, because Emilie is one of the characters I have, and I have seen her widely hated by Genshin fans, and that's for two reasons that are sort of the same but also different. Now, for one reason being, they saw the concept art, they seen that she was different, and they just hated it entirely. They did not like the fact that she doesn't look like her concept art, and a lot of people just don't like the way her design looks, which is completely okay. However, I think it's kind of stupid to not like a character just because it's not the concept art. Like, she wasn't, finalized and made as the whole purple hair. It's like purple hair, her dress was purple. And I think her hair was a bit longer too. And don't get me wrong, it's okay to not like her design, you know. Not every design's gonna be appealing to you guys, but I think that you guys should just not expect characters to really look exactly like their concept art. And I'm pretty sure this art was also fan made, so it's not like it was like a scrap design by a Hoyoverse, what would they be called? Like a Hoyoverse character designer, whatever, you know. But I think overall, her hate's pretty dumb, because there are way more valid designs to hate, such as the Raiden Shogun, for example. I mean, the short kimono. I've already been through this. I'm not really going to go over it again. But, you know, it's okay to hate their design, but you can also still like the character for, like, their personality or whatever. Like, the Raiden Shogun, I really like her as a character, but I'm still able to kind of recognize that her design is pretty problematic in a way. But anyway, let's move on to the next one. Oh, before we get on to the next one, this is Emilie, by the way, in case you guys kind of, like, forgot who she is or what she looks like or whatever, just so that way y'all don't have to go through the trouble of pulling up Genshin just to look at her. Like, hey, who's Emilie again? I do that sometimes. Sometimes I hear the name of a character and I'm like, wait, which one's that again? But yeah, on to the second most hated character. Now, some of you might expect a lot of this is going to contain the previous 3 or 4 characters, actually, released by, Natlan, but let's go over Chasca first. A lot of people hated her design, some people said it was ugly, and a lot of people are pointing out that it's racist. However, I don't have any specifications on how it is. I can't really tell just by looking at it. I'm not a huge fan of her design either. I mean, the half pant, half leg thing, like I've said before, that just looks genuinely uncomfortable. I wouldn't want to wear something like that.
I got a new letter from an informant. Looks like the situation has
And there's
changed again.
Xianyun yapping in the background because she can't shut the fuck up. Anyway. And coming up at number 3, right beside Chasca in here, we have Ororon. A lot of people again called his design ugly. They hated the ripped jeans. The ripped jeans I think was the thing that was most talked about. I really don't think I think they really liked his design besides the fact that he's very pale skinned and he has ripped jeans. Um but yeah. A lot of this is just really hating the design on the characters. A lot of these characters are well written. It's just some of their written. Well written, but some designs are just very kind of problematic or just don't fit into Genshin in a lot of people's opinions. But anyway, let's move on to the next character. And of course, next on this list, we have to have Citlali. For one, I haven't seen this reason as often as I have the others, but a lot of people were expecting her to be a literal old woman, not somebody with kind of more of like a I can't talk today. A teen look to her. A lot of people also hate her for her whole personality. I think a lot of people did not like the way she acted toward Aether. I believe it was for an event that I kind of skipped over. A lot of people thought she was turned into some sort of waifu type of character. Is she's drunk? Okay. I don't know. I find her kind of obnoxious as a character. But then again, I think that's just the way some people are, you know. She has a very well-written character, I think. A lot of people just don't like her character's personality and how it kind of changed through that one event or whatever. I did find her annoying before, where she would just yell and yap all the time and get after Ororon for whatever. But anyway, on to the next character. And of course, coming in at number 5, we have Mavuika. Again, with a lot of the Natlan characters, it's really the pale skin that a lot of people did not like. A lot of people also really did not like the design of her character, the whole biker suit thing. Oh yeah, and the motorcycle.
Navigating
Good job.
The world is a whole lot easier with a few different
Xilonen,
identities to choose
please,
from.
for the love of God.
Need me to come up with some
I don't
for
need
you?
a fake identity. Shut the hell up. Okay, anyway. A lot of people did not like the bike. They did not like the outfit. A lot of people did not, again, enjoy the fact that she has very pale skin. They did like the hair, though. I like the hair, too, how it just kind of turns into flames whenever her abilities unleashed. Let's kind of look at her design here. So, yeah. And a lot of people thought her design was sexualized. I think it's also the way she sits on the bike, too. A lot of people felt like it. But she has a zipper
from an informant.
that...
Looks like the situation has changed again.
I don't give a fuck! Xianyun, please! Let me talk! But anyway, she has a zipper that pretty much goes all the way around, kind of just cuts the whole suit in half. And I think there's like a jacket that she's wearing, it seems like, over the suit. At least it looks like. But yeah, a lot of people felt like her design was kind of sexualized, and I don't know how it's sexualized, but I mean, some people kind of felt that way, I guess. But yeah, anyway, on to the next character. And here at number 6, we have Dory. I'm gonna try and fit 10 in here if I can. I'm gonna try and fit 10 in here. A lot of people hated Dory. Again, number 1, the racist design. I do believe it's like a stereotype. I'm trying to think. But also a lot of people did not like her because she seemed to be like a stereotypical, like, scammer type of thing. And of course, again, the pale skin.
A whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come
I
up
really
with
should
some
probably
for you?
get out of the teapot to do this, but, again, a lot of people didn't like the pale skin because she's based in Sumeru. And I don't exactly know what Sumeru was based off of specifically. But again, the pale skin issue. But yeah, a lot of people hated this character when she came out. I don't use her really. I didn't really like her either. Anyway, let's move on to the 7th character. Now, coming in at number 7, I'm going back up to the Natlan characters. I'm gonna say Xilonen. A lot of people actually didn't really hate her design. They didn't like the jeans, though. A lot of people didn't really like the jeans, but she's actually probably one of the least hated Natlan characters alongside Kachina, Mulani, and Kanish. I'm kind of running out of hated characters here, because a lot of them were mostly Natlan characters. Besides Mulani and Kanish, and of course Xilonen and Kachina, I don't think they really got as much hate as the last 4 characters up here. But I think she's probably about maybe 4th place in the whole Natlan characters to get hate. Anyway, on to the 8th character. I almost forgot. I think at number 8, we should say Aloy. A lot of people really just did not care for her. She was the free 5-star we got. No one ever uses her, and a lot of people were pissed off when Genshin put her in the game and said, here's your free 5-star we were giving to you, and I don't blame them. She's just entirely out of place. She has, like, no story in Genshin whatsoever. She's just a character here. Kind of like, ooh, where is he? Sethos, right here. I don't think he doesn't even have like a story or anything. I don't think he ever appears in the Archon quest or in any quest for that matter. He might, maybe. Has he? I don't know if he ever even has been in a quest, but he's just a character that randomly appeared, and just said hi. I think Cheverus is the same. She just kind of appeared. She wasn't really in the Archon quest or anything for that matter, and I don't think she has a hangout event or anything. But anyway, a lot of people have tended to just kind of forget about those characters, but Aloy was the most hated because it was not a 5-star from the game, from the standard beta or anything. She was just a 5-star that came out of nowhere. And I don't think she's really a good character to play in the game in general anyway, a lot of people have said. And I'm putting it at number 9, mainly because I think the hate for her kind of died down after a while. But Nahida's at number 9. Whenever she first came out, a lot of people were like, that's a child. And of course, a lot of people didn't like the pale skin either, of course. Because again, she's literally the Archon of Sumeru. And a lot of people were just like, of course, she's a pale skin, but why is she a child? And I think a lot of people hated that until it was kind of explained in the lore on why she has the child model, or why she was kind of formed into a child. Why she carried the child form after Greater Lord Rukadavaka. And again, I think hating her because she has the child model was a bit stupid. Because obviously there's probably going to be a backstory as to why she didn't have an adult model, but either way, it's like, they hated on her for having a child model when Venti looks like some femboy teenager. But Venti has the form of his friend. I think this isn't really like Venti himself from what I remember. But yeah, a lot of people hating on Nahida because she had the child body, which is kind of stupid to me. I was kind of like, okay, but like there's a more important problem. Like a lot of people this is like a time where people were pretty much on their knees begging Hoyoverse, like, please, please, please give us representation. Please, we want melanin on our characters. And then they just shout out Nahida, who was literally the Archon of one of the areas, inspired by... But I forget where Sumeru was inspired by. But yeah, I feel like the hate for her kind of died down after a while. I feel like people don't really think about her as much anymore either. Anyway, let's go to the 10th most hated character. Now, coming in at number 10, I've seen a lot of people hate on Faruzan, not because of her design, but I think mainly because of her personality. Mainly because, of course, like this says, she enjoys self-identifying as everyone's senior. She's some prehistoric, pre-frozen, granny type thing. She's similar to Silali. She's like hundreds of years old. I think she was found frozen somewhere, got thawed out. And they're like, hey, you're actually hundreds of years old. Now she's like, yeah! I'm gonna call everybody a kiddo and just, make myself feel superior to everybody else, I guess. I don't know. I don't think I've really done her... I don't think I've done her event hangout or anything. I've mainly talked to her as a character, like, once. But a lot of people just hated her personality because they found it really fucking annoying. But I think a lot of people have also forgotten about her. A lot of people also called her, like, an off-brand, Hatsune Miku. Which makes sense. I can kind of see that. I think a lot of people have forgotten about her, along with Layla, because again, even though they have hangout events, they're just characters that were just kind of randomly spawned in, and were given a hangout event, and we're like, hey, these people are in Sumeru. These 4 stars live in Sumeru. Hey, look, new character that had no partake in any quest whatsoever, but we're gonna give them a hangout event. And we're gonna include them in the game now, which is just kind of, I don't know, it's weird to me. I think that's it. I've managed to fit 10 in here, even though there's probably more. Again, everyone's entitled to their own opinions.
Good roll.
Whether it's like a dumb reason or a pretty valid reason to hate a character. But I just kind of wanted to make the video. I thought this would be a fun video to make, based on a lot of the hate I've seen. I want to know, what's y'all's least favorite character? Comment your least favorite character down below, and also let me know which character you've seen the most hate on. But I'm gonna end this video now. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye-bye!